What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. We are slowly but surely eliminating a lot of the United Kingdom invasions. Within the last episode, I went ahead and I deployed all of my... I recently had 7 of these units, and I recently deployed the other 17, and all I did is they were previously motorized divisions. But I did throw in a few light tanks and a couple support companies, and the reason for that is, though it looks like the German Reich is winning, I obviously want to ensure that victory does come through. And in the meantime, we are still working on a small amount of naval invasions, and we should be good to go in 16 days. Not sure how well this will work, but we do have a carrier that I do want to throw on out there. However, we are going to also go ahead and make this province, Sardinia, I don't know if I want that. I want a level 10 naval base. There it is. And we are now going to give you this admiral. This level 6 admiral would be better. Everybody else can die and I can care less. And everybody can go into the Eastern Mediterranean. Unfortunately, we don't really have any light ships, so that makes me really nervous, but we're building some very, very slowly. And we also need a few more dockyards, which is what we're trying to do. Let's throw up one of those, and then we should be good to go. After this after this military factory, we should be finally building our naval dockyards, getting to where we need to be. The conquest of Rhodes went surprisingly well, and I guess while we're chilling, let's exercise. We're going to take a little bit of attrition, but the idea is I want people to get trained. And I wish we had the ability... Ooh, that's something we haven't done in a while. That's odd. Do we have enough? I'm looking for my actual protection. Here they are, 24. That's why we never actually moved them on down to Greece. When I say protection, I meant military police. Albania doesn't matter. Everything else doesn't matter. I think this is part of Yugoslavia. So really, these are the only areas that need to be protected. We currently need 14, and we have 24, so I'm thinking this will be fine. Let's also throw in a field marshal because we can. And all I really need to do is get more oil. Well, we got the oil now. Now we need dockyards. So I'm guessing we could throw a few on up. And we're working on that better naval base over inside Morocco. How is our radar? It's very nice, as we are sinking a lot of convoys. Not much they can really do about that. Unread naval battles as well. A lot of victories. We are doing well. Okay, it looks like on the 16th... Actually, let's go ahead and stop exercising now. Cancel. And all we're going to do is, once everybody has full morale, we're going to go ahead and activate when we can. That kind of would have been detrimental. I want everybody to have full, yeah, now you gotta go over there. I want everybody to have full organization before they go in. All of our industry is being worked on. I don't think we really need improved oil plants anytime soon. I would like to have better decryption. 45 days, I can easily make that investment. And I'm missing my 12 units. Here they are. Slowly making it to Rhodes. Slowly getting their organization back. And it looks like a call to arm request. I think I'm finally going to join this war. And now the Soviet Union should be joined with the Allies. I don't know. I don't even see the Soviet Union on here. Could I click the German Reich, join war? And I think that's what I'm going to do. I sent in 24 units of troops, and they did not ever make it to where they needed to be. That's odd. They should all be coming here. Some made it, some did not. Let's go ahead and activate. Are these rest of the units going to swing on by? I wonder why these guys are just camped here. I have no idea why these units won't move. Well, I guess we'll figure it out in time. All I really did is I sent up some light tanks. I'm hoping that we could push on through to Rostov, and then we could basically secure a nicer foothold in this area. And it looks like we're winning. I don't think it's really us. I think it's the Germans. But at least we have some light tanks that we're throwing on in. You know, another thing I could do is looking at these. I'm pretty sure they're these units. Let's make this Russia. And one thing that I'm probably going to do is switch over this signal company to a field hospital. And it looks like I already have that. So what are we missing? Maintenance companies. I don't know if we need maintenance companies. So I think that's fine. And the idea behind these field hospitals... Why are these guys not moving? What if I did this? Garrison area into Crimea. Will they move now? Okay. I don't know why they weren't moving before. They still don't want to move. And all we need to do is send everybody to Crimea and then eventually go for a final push. Still working on a lot of naval factories, building up our forces. Unfortunately, we're probably going to have 2 carriers before we even really get our light cruisers up and running. Also, I'm going to need some convoys. Let's get another light cruiser, and you can go down to this area. Latium. Okay, how are these guys coming along? Can we go ahead and finally activate this naval invasion? Is it going to work? I have no idea, but we're certainly going to try. These guys are finally about to land, and now they are going to where they need to be. Can we exercise while we wait? Yes, we can. Our naval invasions are finally underway, and we've done well taking Cyprus. I don't think there's really any real presence here. That's good news. Now we own Cyprus, and we own Rhodes. Let's go ahead and auto-deploy all 6 of these units, and we can't, so that's fine, I guess. And it says this is going to take 30 days. I don't know for sure. And we are having a small amount of trouble dealing with these threats. Cavalry, cavalry, let's save these on up. And eventually we should deal with these issues. Okay, I've got a free technology. Let's start working on... I'm guessing the night assault tactics. Might as well improve those if we can. And then eventually we definitely need to start working on naval doctrines. Because I do want to start gathering a presence protecting the Mediterranean and these 2 areas. Did we ever get our final radar station? We're building it, but it's taking a while. And it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble taking what we should be taking. Well, if this does last longer than 16 days, we are going to have some more troops coming on in. And I don't think the last bastion of the UK will really hold out for that much longer. Looks like we're still dealing with a few threats from the United Kingdom. Nothing that really, is too daunting. Automated detection has been unlocked. Let's go ahead and get better encryption. 32 days, that shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Do we have any excess fighters? 417. Do we have any excess naval bombers? 322. I guess my question is now... does the enemy have any actual naval bombers anywhere? I don't know. I would love to start bombing the English Channel. I would love to start bombing the Bay of Biscayne. I think let's start. So we're going to throw in about 400 naval bombers. And we're going to see what type of damage that we could actually do. If they get shot down, that's fine. I don't mind all that much. And it says we're lacking some range. It's mainly because of the... we're not lacking range at all. It's mainly because of the rain. Okay, I can modify my government. Let's finally get... let's actually get naval aviation. So now we have better air attack, targeting, and agility from our carriers. I wonder if it's taken any damage. We've taken the island, which is phenomenal. So now, let's actually take all of you, move you to here, and we are now going to do a naval invasion to this province. It's going to take 33 days. I have some free military factories. I guess we could pump out... It says the carrier fighter has been unlocked. And I guess it... No, that's regular fighters. So we're not going to change that yet. I do want to throw on into more infantry equipment. You know, you're always going to need that. All of our troops inside Crimea can finally head to the front line. And all we're going to do is try to move up to this river. I don't want to take too much territory. But obviously, if we could help out the Germans, we might as well should. So something like this, and let's actually activate. Stop exercising. So they have a lot of troops there, but so do we. Ace Pilot has been promoted. We're on the 14th of May. We have a lot of aces. We probably should utilize those. Don't think we will. And all I want to do is start building up a naval presence. I actually could do a naval invasion of England. I would rather deal with the Soviet Union first, as I don't really have any real troops. I have a lot of light tanks, don't get me wrong. Maybe I should build up, I guess, 50. I wonder how much that would require. 240 times 50, almost 10,000 tanks. And I have 3,700, so I don't think that's going to happen. Formazione. All of these guys have finally reached where they need to. Let's go ahead and activate. If I could take Rostov, that means we would definitely have a nice supply. Pronto. And how long till we can activate? Almost 18 days. We finally have this very weak light cruiser, and I guess that's fine. Speaking of our carriers... Eastern Mediterranean, did it sink anything? Not really. Didn't even take damage. So I think what I'll do is let's bring you all the way back to, I guess, Anzio. And we're going to go ahead and throw on that light cruiser. I would like another one, but it's not going to be done until the 26th of June, so one more month from now. I really need naval dockyards. And I'm wondering where all of these actual, you know, all of this resistance is coming from. Surprisingly enough, it looks like Paris. Could I go ahead and improve the amount of cavalry in these divisions? I could. Probably not the best idea, but we're going to. And so the idea is now we have more military police, and therefore we can finally fix all of these areas. We have a lot of oil platforms coming along, synthetic refineries. I don't know if we really need any more than that. I'm sure we will in time. Rostov, about to be taken. Says less than a day. I'm going to be very happy if we could take that. Though we probably should build some radar stations, and unfortunately we can't. I would love to have better radar everywhere. Okay, so everything is going well. Finally building off our last military factions. We now have better encryption. We have better decryption and encryption. Excavation's always going to be useful, so let's do that. Streamline production. We are then immediately going to start working on better naval doctrines. We have taken Rostov, finally. All of these units still gaining some experience. Very slowly, I might add. Streamlined production. Let's also go ahead. We're building the better naval doctrine, better actual doctrines, and I'm wondering, are we wasting our time when we could have better tank organization? So these are tanks, these are tanks. So, I don't see tanks. It might not be a bad idea to go to mobile warfare, to be honest. But I don't think we're going to waste all of that. Eventually, we're probably going to get the recon company reconnaissance and then call it a day. At least with these doctrines. You know, it would make a lot of financial sense to start building some medium tanks. I just don't think we should because we don't have really the production. Let's go ahead and also unlock better recon companies. If we could somehow determine the enemy's tactics, we could have a better time countering it. It says I have a research slot available. That's not true. Resistance is still growing. And I have 24. It says I'm not doing that well, which isn't true. Let's go ahead and deploy you. I don't know where you are. All the way over here. And all you're going to do is garrison up on top of Paris. Let's take 2 of these units, move you on over to Cyprus. If we can. And there, we should not have to deal with any real issues with resistance. I'm starting to wonder if we should start plowing through to Moscow or at least St. Petersburg. If we took St. Petersburg, then we could definitely have a lot more flow. But at least we are taking a lot of actual provinces, so we're doing well. All of these units are going to take attrition and die. How many units of the Soviet... Oh my goodness. They've lost 13 million troops. And that's very surprising. I guess while I'm here, looking at the war goal, actually world tension, and then I look at the current wars. So we have the German-Soviet War and the German-Polish War. We are in both. So let's take a quick glance at this one. The most amount of units that were lost was the UK with 2 million troops. The US has lost about 1 million. Everybody else is slowly dissipating. Italy, of course, we have lost about 1 million troops. And I'm guessing that was all of the fighting inside, you know, Africa. Italy, of course, has lost 619 with this German war. Excuse me, this German-Russian war. And I don't think that's really going to fall anytime soon. We're slowly losing a lot of manpower, but I think that's because we are slowly gearing up a lot of planes and a lot of protection. All of these naval battles that we are slowly annihilating. The British presence, we just sunk a carrier, sinking convoys. I'm guessing most of these are convoys. I can't believe we sunk a carrier, though. That's pretty good. That's like about a year of production. I see they have some battleships. I see we are sinking some light cruisers, so that's a few months of production. Another carrier. Fantastic. We would probably do even better if we put on more air units. So they're definitely getting weaker and weaker, so that's good news. I finally have 2 units. Let's put them together. I would like to have more, because I get a little nervous. So on the 24th of June, 2 more days, I will have another light cruiser. I need more dockyards, and I am not building any. Instead, I'm building refineries, which I don't need. You're going to go to the top, you're going to go to the top, you're going to go to the top, and then going to send 2 up as well. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So then we could build some more light cruisers, try to be effective, and now it looks like we've taken Rostov, so I am going to disband this front line and send everybody up to the north here and push to St. Petersburg. I get this is not St. Petersburg, but this is what we're going to try to do. And we will send them on to the north, start pushing in that direction. I'm really happy that obviously we're taking a lot of factories, therefore all of these factories and all of this infrastructure is going to go to the German Reich. With all of my extra tanks, I could easily put them on into the north. Let's do that. These are my Russian forces. Let's put on all of these light tanks. I have nothing else to do. So maybe we could have some better strength. And some more armor. We went from 5,000 all the way down to about 799. And our push continues. And it looks like it is successful. in a lot of areas. Alright, well, we are going to go ahead and end this episode here, so thank you all so much for joining me. It really does mean a lot. I will see you in our next adventure.